What if I told you that one of the most beloved video game characters took a soul-crushing and face-smashing hit so hard it left more trauma than a soap opera finale with collective amnesia? Yep. Joel got mashed into protagonist puree in The Last of Us Part 2, and the one swinging the emotional sledgehammer was none other than Abby. Yeah, the one with biceps fueled by rage and a protein shake made of fan tears. But why? Revenge? Justice? Lazy writing? Or just a roundhouse kick to our fragile concept of a hero? Today we're dissecting that trauma like a skull in a torture cutscene. Buckle up. Abby didn't just kill Joel, she beat the man like he was the final boss in Personal Justice Simulator 2020. But hold up, it wasn't just gratuitous, even if it came with a family-sized portion of sadism. Abby is the daughter of Jerry Anderson. Yeah, the doctor Joel ventilated in the first game like he was canceling surgery in a public hospital with a shotgun. And really, my dude, did you actually think you could pull off that brain shot and ride into the sunset with Ellie playing guitar like it's a post-apocalyptic road trip movie? Marlene forced the doc to do surgery on Ellie, and Joel said, "Nope, not touching my surrogate daughter." Then he walked into that hospital like it was a Call of Duty lobby on Rambo mode and wiped the floor. Abby witnessed it all, got her trauma sculpted into her brain like a Picasso of pain, and decided to return the favor. But not with a clean headshot. No, she wanted to craft suffering, turn Joel into abstract art, hang his agony in the MoMA of revenge. Naughty Dog didn't want to please you. They wanted to emotionally wreck you, like one of those therapists in movies who says, "Embrace your pain," except wielding a sledgehammer instead of a degree. And then, plot twist, you had to play as Abby. That's like watching Titanic from the iceberg's point of view. Cold, merciless, but somehow poetically justified by climate change. In the game, the scene is brutal. In the show, they're setting the stage. Joel seeing a therapist, Dina getting more screen time, they're giving that final hug before emotional detonation. And mark my words, it's going to happen. It's going to hurt. You're going to complain. And you're going to watch anyway. Because good trauma is best served with a group therapy session disguised as a Twitter thread. The Last of Us was never about killing infected. It's about what humanity does when all that's left is instinct, pain, and regret. Joel killed out of love. Abby killed out of hate. Ellie? She turned into an emotional pinball bouncing between the two. You're the judge. The problem? In this courtroom, everyone's guilty. By the end of the game, a lot of people were like, you know what? Maybe the villain wasn't Abby. Maybe it was Ellie. Because while Abby was losing her dad, her honor, her squad, and rebuilding herself from the ashes, Ellie was in full Revenge.x mode, running with emotional malware. So who's the monster? Depends on your perspective. And that's the genius. The game forces you to contradict yourself. If HBO's got the guts, they'll follow through. If they chicken out, they'll change it. But the trauma? Oh, that's a guarantee. There will be guitars. There will be Dina. There will be baseball bats. And there you'll be, emotionally naked, watching it all unfold, with your heart in your hands and your brain screaming, "I told you so!" Crying in the shower, fighting on Reddit, going back into the game and letting Abby die on purpose in easy mode, or maybe just accepting it. There are no immortal heroes, just humans trying not to drown in their own emotional sewage. So what's the move? You dropping that like, or waiting until Ellie strums future days while your sanity packs its bags? Subscribe before the algorithm decides you're as lost as Joel in that cabin. Drop a comment. Is Abby the monster or the victim? Did Joel deserve it, or was it just pure cold-blooded sabotage? Let's keep it classy in the chaos, folks. The Last of Us was never about saving the world. It was about realizing sometimes the cure is already dead, and the medicine is way too damn bitter to swallow. I'm out. But I left the door ajar, just like the game's ending. You never know who might come back.